UFC 318 is right around the corner. Dustin Poirier's last fight versus Max Holloway. Let's get straight into the main card. Michael Johnson is facing Daniel Sale Huber. I think. Wait, first of all, I think this whole fight card is made up of like dogfight. Thought of. I think there's gonna be a lot of stand and bang. I think it's gonna be a good card when it comes to like I think the casual eye because I think it's gonna be full of a whole bunch of dog fights, standing up fights, and then a lot of boxing. I think. Let's start with Michael Johnson versus Daniel Huber. I think Daniel Huber is going to be too much for Michael Johnson. He's too long, too big. Michael Johnson is known for beating the creme de la creme, but losing against some midish level fighters. And I think he's kind of old now. Daniel Huber is coming off that loss at Noche UFC in September, and I think he took his time after losing to Ribovic, but I think it's gonna be too long. I think his boxing is crisp, and I think he's gonna use his leg kicks very well. And I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go second round TKO from Daniel Huber, and I'm excited for that fight. Then we got Patricio Pitbull versus Dan Ige. I know a lot of people rate Patricio Pitbull from Bellator, but I do think Danny is gonna take it. I think Danny is just he's a I always thought I've always believed that Danny is underrated. Um, Pitbull faced Jair Rodriguez and he did nothing. I apart from like one hook or and I think try to take down, but he did absolutely nothing. I know I think Jair Rodriguez is an okay fighter. I don't think he's one of the top fighters or should be one of the top fighters, but I do think that Danny is just he's good. He just came off a win. He's doing very well. I think he's underrated. His boxing is underrated. I think he's very strong, and I do think that although it might be hard to finish Pitbull, I do think that Danny will has the ability to do it with how powerful he is. And if there's one man, I think it's the Dynamite. And I think it's gonna be either late knockout or a a 3 round decision to Danny K. I just think Bellator, UFC is different levels, and I think I rate Danny K very pretty highly. And Patricia Pitbull is older, and he didn't really do much in his UFC debut. So yeah, Danny Ige by third round TKO or by a decision, which I it's probably going to be a decision. Then we have Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez. Um, I think Daniel Rodriguez's last fight was against uh I forget his name, but the Argentinian dude. Then we got Kevin Holland, who's at 170 looks like a different animal, who looks more comfortable, who looks bigger and longer against these 170 pounders. And I think Kevin Holland's gonna get a submission. I think he's way more well rounded than Daniel Rodriguez, and Holland has the submission games. He's a very long fighter for 170. He's very good. I think it's gonna be hard to knock out Daniel Rodriguez, but I do think he might like knock him down and then get a anaconda choke, get Dars, get something. He's very good at those type of chokes. So I do think Kevin Holland is gonna finish Daniel Rodriguez by submission. Um, and then we got Paulo Costa versus Roman Kopylov. I will be totally honest. I have no idea how that is a co-main event. I think there's better fights like in the undercard and in the main card. I'm not sure how it's a main event. You have Paulo Costa who's on like a 2 to 3 fight losing streak. You have Kopylov who not too long ago lost to Fluffy Hernandez. So I honestly don't know how this is a co-main event of a main of a what's it called of a card of a just of a big card like UFC 318. I have no idea how it's a co-main event. But I think it's gonna be. I think it's a difficult one, right? Because I believe Paulo Costa is gonna go all out on in this fight, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough for Roman Kopylov. I rate Kopylov pretty highly, and Costa just doesn't seem like the Costa that we saw against Romero or in the pre Adesanya era. And I think I'm gonna go with if Costa uses some boxing and actually goes forward and throws punches, unlike his fight with Strickland, then I do think Costa's gonna take it. I think he might still be powerful. I'm not sure, but I don't know. It's gonna be a good fight. I think I'm gonna go Paulo Costa. I can't see him losing again, or at least I'm trying not to see him lose again. But honestly, it could go either way. I'm honestly not too fussed about this fight. I'm not too worried about who wins or how we go, but I just hope it's a good fight. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pretty good dog fight, or if not, a stand up battle, a kickboxing battle. I hope Costa uses his boxing, and I know Kopylov is very good at setting stuff up, like we did with Chris Curtis. But if Chris Curtis gave Kopylov like some damage, then Paulo Costa might be able to as well. Main event of the evening: Max Holloway against Dustin Poirier for his retirement fight in Louisiana. This is it's a there's two sides to this. It's sad because it's Dustin's last fight, but I'm happy because I get to see Justin again. Dustin again. I think, and I hope Dustin wins. I like Dustin a lot. His whole career, I've from the time I started watching the UFC, he's been one of my favorite fighters. He's always exciting, and I think he'd be in Max twice, right? And I know everyone says Max Holloway is different at 155 because after what he did to Justin Gaethje, and some people are saying, oh, he Max Holloway whooped Justin Gaethje and Justin Gaethje knocked out Dustin, but MMA math at 155 does not work, and MMA math that all in general doesn't generally work. I think Dustin Poirier is going to beat Max Holloway. I think it's going to be a decision. I think he's going to try and go all out. I think he's going to show his boxing. I think he's gonna show his kicking. He might live for the finish, but I can't really imagine him. He knows the game. Dustin knows the games. He knows Max Holloway, and I just think that Dustin Poirier has better boxing, and I think he's more powerful. He's more of a powerful boxer. When Max faced Justin, he did have a speed and technical advantage over Justin Gaethje, but I don't think he will have a technical advantage over Dustin Poirier. He might have the speed advantage, but I think Dustin Poirier has a higher IQ than that of what Justin Gaethje had when he faced Max Holloway. I think Dustin Poirier has very good body shots. He has very good setups. I think he's more powerful, and I just like Dustin. I hope Dustin wins. I think Dustin's gonna win by decision, probably 3 to 2 rounds. Um, yeah, I hope Dustin wins. I'm wishing Dustin wins for his retirement fight. It does suck that we might have to see Max Holloway go on a 2 fight losing streak. And if Max Holloway loses, I'm not sure what's after for him because you still have Armin, you have Patty, you have Gaethje, Hooker, you have all these fighters, and I'm not really sure what would be next for him. But I hope Dustin wins. I think I got Dustin Poirier winning by decision for his retirement fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight either way. Yeah, Dustin Poirier.